I'm feeling good.
Hey guys, hope you're well. It's James here over at Crypto Rookies, and we have Justas P. He is the CEO of Monetha. Now, I've just been watching him speak at the Crypto BlockCon, and he's kindly said that he will do an interview with us. I haven't pre-booked it, honest, and he's going to give us a bit of an overview of his project. So, just for you guys who don't, if you've not heard of Monetha, Justas is just going to explain what the project is.
Yeah, so we're creating trust and reputation system. Essentially, we started off with creating a crypto payment processor, but as the time went on and we saw the market feedback, we understood that we need that kind of competitive advantage over the other payment gateways. This is why we included trust and reputation system. So essentially with the Monetha's product, you can install it into your e-commerce store, whether that would be WooCommerce, Magento, or a custom-made e-commerce store, and you can accept crypto payments. With that, when you accept them, your buyer can give you a rating of the shopping experience that he had. So essentially, you create your kind of reputational passport that then you can transfer through multiple platforms. This is the product that we're building at Monetha, and this is the product that, with which we have raised a successful ICO a year ago.
And is it very, just to simplify it for people, is it very much like a bit like a crypto PayPal, should we say?
Yeah, I could say, how people regard to us is the mixture between PayPal and Trustpilot at the same time.
So a bit like eBay ratings where people can give you those.
Yeah, but we're not a marketplace. Any shop, e-commerce store can install it and then run it through different platforms. So we don't. That's where the decentralization of the trust comes in. So, for example, if you build your reputation on eBay and you want to transfer that, you want to build another store on Alibaba because eBay dries out, whatever that happens, you cannot transfer your reputation. The eBay owns your reputation. It's just an illusion that you own your own reputation. So essentially, you can transfer that through multiple platforms. This is where the decentralization comes in, and this is, I think, the thing that really people caught their eye on.
Okay, because I do think that there's things happen where you go onto a certain platform, you use it for a certain amount of time, I don't know, you fall out with them, they raise the fees or whatever, and then you want to go somewhere else, then you don't have to start again.
Exactly. So those are the fees, or in these marketplaces is the race to the bottom. Who offers the lowest price? And not necessarily all of the time it can be sustainable. So you want to jump through platforms, offer something else, but you have to build your trust all over again. That's why people stick to one platform, because they know how hard it is to make yourself a good reputation on another one.
And what sort of inspired Monetha?
Well, all of the three co-founders held cryptocurrencies themselves. So I own cryptocurrency since early 2014, and the problem is that to have this kind of big market cap, even though you have to have wide adoption. And the problem for us, we couldn't spend our cryptocurrencies neither on retail nor in e-commerce, and that looked crazy because it's an easy solution to do. So we said that we want to start building our own payment processor for our own needs. But as the time went on, it became bigger and bigger, and we decided to do an ICO because a lot of the people faced the same problem.
And how did you come up with the name Monetha?
It's really interesting. So in Latin, moneta means money. In Italian, it means currency. So we thought that it's a beautiful name, and as a tribute to the platform that we're built on the Ethereum, we put an H after T. So you would see an acronym of Ethereum, ETH in the name. So there's Monetha.
Very cool. Obviously, your platform, you're saying we're talking a little bit like PayPal. Are you following the steps of Elon Musk, and are we expecting any rockets or any electric cars anytime soon?
Let us build this to a multi-billion-dollar business, and once we do, we'll think about branching out. But we're building products not only as a payment gateway, but Monetha also has its own mobile application, which you can, have deals on. You can make the deals and verify them, put them on blockchain. So that's in one sense, it is a kind of a branching out and becoming bigger. So if your followers want to download the applications both on iOS and Android devices.
Awesome. And in terms of since the ICO, what have been the biggest challenges for you guys?
I would say being a startup, but at the same time being a public company. So you face all the challenges of finding a product market fit. You're facing the challenges of developing your product, developing your organization, but at the same time you have to be super transparent and show what's happening. So, and you have a big community that already follows you. So it's both a blessing and a curse. It's more of a blessing because you have so many people that support you, but at the same time there's a lot of pressure that comes in. So with all of the things that are by itself, they're hard when building a startup, there's a lot of pressure from the token holders.
And in terms of like, you look like a young chap. You're very switched on. You've come into this marketplace. As a person, what have you learned from doing the whole process? And what are the sort of key learnings?
Oh man, where do I begin? Well, I think that it's especially talking about this market. One thing that I have learned for sure is that it is super early. It is still super early. People think it's like, is it too late to be involved in this? Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Is it too late to start your own business? Is it too late to report on crypto? I think that it's never too late, and it's not like a cliche thing, like it's never too late. No, it's essentially, it's literally not too late because we're still very early in this. And at the conference I said that I feel like we're at these kind of early stages of the internet, like it would be, I don't know, 1998. So I think that we're kind of very scared and very like short. We have a short memory, and we say that, oh, the market it's bearish, it's a bear market, but we forget that we were at the peak 9 months ago, which looking like kind of the history is it's just a blip. So I would say keep calm and carry on.
Awesome. And just for the viewers, obviously when I actually tried to buy into your ICO, it went so fast. How quick did it go?
18 minutes.
18 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think I had my finger on the button as soon as it went, so all of those transactions just got blocked up straight away. So it must have been.
Listen, we had millions, and literally, I'm not lying, and I had to look up the numbers again, but it's in the range of millions requests per second to our website. People were just like refreshing.
That was me.
So absolutely, we were in very high demand. We could have raised 3 times as much, but the capital that we have raised, I think it's enough for us to have like one big step into the global market, and we're making that step.
And in terms, I read obviously there was some news out on there. I think it was on Twitter. Sorry, about the tokens are now transferable.
Yeah.
What does that sort of mean for everybody? Just as an explanation.
Oh, so it happened a long time ago. So we have done the thing that, for 3 days our tokens, or I think for 5 days, our tokens were not transferable. So you could not trade them on exchanges. So we kind of held off people for a little bit. Now ICOs are doing that for a way longer time, but tokens are transferable only only after five days. And now we have, on the 30th of September, we will unlock the rest of the tokens because we sold 50% of the tokens. The rest of the 50% of the tokens are for the team, are for the loyalty system, are for future funding. So that's going to be unlocked the 30th of September. So in 4 days.
Yeah, not long. And in terms of the current market, what's your particular view at this moment in time?
So I'll tell you a story. So one friend of mine who's a high net worth individual, and he's like into crypto, but in kind of this kind of amateurish way. He called me and said, man, I'm looking at coinmarketcap.com and I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen in the winter. Is crypto going to bounce back in the winter? Is the bull market going to hit? And the reference is because of the last name of James, but is the bull market's coming in the winter? And I'm saying like 100%. 100%. The only thing that I don't know if it's going to be this winter, is going to be in 8 years. So again, we're early. We're overestimating the power of the short term and underestimating the power of the long term. I think all we have to do is wait and do our own thing, which would be, yes, spreading the word of cryptocurrencies, trying to make them, get them the mass adoption. This is what we're doing with Monetha, and I think the companies, there are a lot of smart companies with a lot of capital that are doing the same thing. So it's just, in my mind, it's a matter of time.
Okay, I think I'm with you there. I think I've read some stuff on grocery retail, which is because I work for Cadbury's.
Yeah.
So very much heavily into that area, and they're talking about implementations in 2022. So I think for anybody that's invested, it's all about patience. Just stick with it.
Exactly.
It will happen. It's just not going to happen overnight.
Exactly. So this is one last remark is just we have to be clear of the tourists. The tourists come and go. They're the ones who are making the most buzz because they don't look at the substance of the technology. They don't care what the technology can do. They don't really care about crypto or the community in cryptocurrencies. They just want to make a quick buck. So those tourists are going to come in, they're going to come out, but do not be a tourist. Become a resident.
Yes, and I think that's for me. I've held all my crypto, sold very little.
Respect.
And I'll hold, and I mean I got up to some crazy numbers, man.
Awesome.
And but no, just hold, believe it in the long term. Hence why I do all this sort of stuff as well, because I just think that we will see that transfer, we will see that change. And I was speaking to another project, and they were on about in Africa, they're already using like blockchain to an extent where they've already leapfrogged the US, the Asia and stuff. So it won't be long, but we just got to be a little bit patient, I think. So
let's talk in 6 months.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do another interview in 6 months, guys. One of the things is, so the viewers can get to know you a bit more personally. Like, obviously, I'm friends with you on Facebook. I see that you like to kick a bag now and again. I just interested as a martial arts man myself.
Okay.
What's your disciplines?
I was about to think that you're going to ask about Khabib and McGregor fight, but in terms of like my free time, if I have any, most of the time I live in cheap hotels and economy flights. But when I have time, I love jiu-jitsu.
What belt are you?
Sorry, no, I do not. I'm white belt. I'm white belt for life. Like no gi, no gi. It's just and you?
I was British heavyweight champion.
No way.
Yeah, fought at the NEC.
Wow.
Blue belt. Oh no, that was combat jiu-jitsu, pure Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I came second place in the heavyweight category.
Combat jiu-jitsu is like open palm strikes?
No, full strikes with gloves.
All right, I think we're finished. Thank you so much.
No, I'm mad into martial arts. Got a lot of mates in the UFC
so cool.
and stuff. And
so cool. Wow.
Yeah,
wow. So what's your prediction on McGregor and Khabib?
It's going to come down to if Conor can catch him. From what I've seen, and a few people I know that way, he's going to. I think he'll catch him with a knee when he comes in. And I think he's going to tie. He's tight. The thing with McGregor is
precision.
It's precision and timing, and he could take him. However, Khabib is a grinder. If he gets hold of him, it's and this is the big question now. If he can get him down and Conor can get back up, then Conor's going to be up here. His stake, he's going to be owning half the UFC probably.
Yeah.
Because people are going, wow, he's amazing. This is the best guy ever.
Yeah.
And he still can't beat him. I think potentially.
This is going to be so. We're going to find out in 2 weeks.
Definitely. I'll be staying up till late hours watching it. It'll be awesome.
Awesome.
So looking forward to it. So just going to do a quick fire round.
Let's do
just
it.
5 questions. Really simple. I'm going to give you 2 options. And
Okay.
you have to give me 1 answer.
All right, let's try.
Tea or coffee?
T.
Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Ferrari or Porsche?
I would love to say neither, but if I have to choose, that would be a Porsche.
What would you choose?
911.
No, nice. I like it. Good man. Also, a pint or a spirit?
That's a problem. Unlike Khabib, I do not drink, but in the spirit of UK, I would say a pint.
Oh, nice. And also, if you're going on holiday, would it be skiing or Barbados?
Oh man, those are the questions that I'm not a drinker. I don't even drink tea. I don't drive a Ferrari. I don't own a
set you
car.
up here, haven't I?
I don't know. That is like that trains my imagination, but definitely not skiing. I hate cold, even though our company is in Switzerland. I'm from Lithuania, which is like colder than cold. But yeah, if I can have that opportunity, I would go to see some sunshine.
Nice. And do you get a lot of Toblerone where you are?
What?
Toblerone, the chocolate.
Oh, again, I would prefer, I guess, I would prefer a Snickers.
Cadbury's.
I'm a
Oh,
simple man.
That's Mars.
I'm a
guys,
simple
Mars.
man.
He's-
I'm a simple
he's
man.
betrayed me
I'm a
with the
simple
Cadbury's. Awesome. Really appreciate it.
Hey,
Justas.
thank you so much.
Great to meet you after all this
Likewise,
time.
James.
And we're going to do this again in 6 months' time. All right. Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
I'm feeling good.
It was so
Awesome.
cool because he
Yeah.
had so like different questions, you know? Usually it's like, what do you